Hi and welcome back to my channel. So today I've come back with the Winter Wonderland and the Forest Friends. So I'm going to be working with the deer for this one, and the card that I'm going to be making is, I've heard it being called a kind of concept-y card. So I've got a bit of A4 card here. I think it's 300 GSM. Not 100% sure now, but I think it is. Yeah. So I'm going to I'm going to cut this down to 9.5 this way. And then by 6 this way. Like so. You're just left with a piece of card. So I'll put the trimmer out the way. Bring in my scoreboard. I do have the big scoreboard, so I've seen this being scored on a smaller board, so I'm going to do this as is on a, so I don't know whether it's been done on inches or whether it's been done on centimetres, because to me doing it at 2 and then at 3 is going to be small. And then again flip it over and do 2 and 3. So I'm just going to score there for a minute and score there for a minute, just because to me this card doesn't look like it's the right size. But and then score 2 there and 2 there, 3 there, sorry, not 2, but so you have this long thin bit in the middle. I'm just going to have a look and see what happens, see if I'm happy with how this is going to work with my topper that I've picked for this type of card, because I'm not really sure. So I'm just going to score that back on there. So I'm just going to put my scoreboard out of the way. So let me just come back in with that again, sorry, so I can explain to you where you score on here. So you score at 2, score at 3, and then you score at 5.5, and then you score at 6.5. And that should give you the right measurements for the card, but I don't know. I'm just going to have a little play around, trying to figure out which way around this card actually stands when it's up. I think it's like that. No, it's the other way, I think. So it's back on yourself that way, back that way. It's always the folds that I get wrong when I'm making a card. So I think it's that way. I don't know, this does not look right. This card does not look right. These 2 bits should be the same. These 2 end bits should be the same width, so there should be 2. Which is not quite. Don't know what's going on with that. That should be 2. Don't think it's gone exactly. No, maybe it is. Okay. That's me, I think. I'm going to go this way. I'm going to just flatten this bit down here, because it's, I don't know, sometimes when the blade goes one way it doesn't like it, and then when it goes the other way it's better. So we're just going to go with that for now. It doesn't look very straight though, and that's what I'm looking at. This bit here seems to have gone off skew-whiff a bit. Yeah, it's not very straight, so I might have to redo that. So just bear with. As I say, sometimes doing cards on camera do not go to plan. So we're going to try it again, and it's probably my scoring because I'm doing it at an angle. So we're just going to go in with this again. So 9.5 she said when I was watching a video to see how this is done. And I'm going to bring my blade up that way, and then it's down to the 6. So I'm just going to cut that off. I don't know what is wrong with this blade. Maybe it's time for a change. new one. Oh, it might have something stuck on this actually. See if I can, ow, see if I can just, no, there's nothing stuck on it. Anyway, can't see anything on it. Okay, so anyway, I'll go with this again, and I'm another go at doing this one. So I'm going to do it on this way, and then I'm going to do it at 2 and straight down, and then 3 straight down. Then I'm going to turn it over this way, and I'm going to do it at 2 again and at 3 again, and hopefully this time it has gone the right way and it's not wonky. So with this card we fold that way and then that way, so it stands like that or sits like that. And then this one we do it so that this one is that way, I think, and then that one that way. Yeah, that's better. So I'm just going to burnish these down a little bit. I think it's this cardstock. It's supposed to be 300 GSM, but I think it's less than that because the blade is not cutting very well. It's making it a bit jagged on the edges. So I'm just going to burnish that down just like so, and card should stand up like that. So I'm going to put it that way, I think, maybe. Well, I'm just going to try and trim these little like fluffy bits off of the end here, hopefully without cutting away the card too much. Just trying to cut these little wispy bits off, hopefully, with my scissors, like so. Give it a bit of a brush. There we go. Okay, so now I've sorted that bit out. So put them bits of card out of the way for a minute, and I'm going to come in with my piece of card stock. So I'm going with this deer, little baby deer. Need a bit of gold mirroring, which I've got a bit here. That's what I was looking for, my gold mirroring. So this should be 2 by 6, both sides 2 by 6. So I need 2 bits of gold mirroring that are 2 notches under the 2 and 2 notches under the 6. I'm just going to move that card out of the way. So 2 notches under the 2, that one, and this one 2 notches under the 2. I've got that little bit left, and then 2 notches under the 6 on both. So that's that one, and then 2 notches under the 6 for this one as well. So that's that bit done. That bit's not big enough. And then I need a bit that is going to be a spare bit there, so I'll use that one. So I need this middle bit to be, so it's going to be 6 high by, I think it's 2.5. So 2.5 there, 2 notches under the 2.5 is there. And then again, two notches under the 6. So that should be my middle section. So I'm just going to check. That should be on there. And these 2 should be one that side and one for that side. So that's cool. That's that bit done. And then this one, I'm going to take. So I'm not going to have the deer on here. So I'm going to use this bit here. And maybe with the border on it, I'm going to trim it to the gold, hopefully to the gold line, and leave that bit of white on there for the other part of the cardstock. So that's that bit there, like so. Didn't trim that very well. Just take that little feather off. And then I want this card for each side, hopefully, if it's going to be big enough. I'm not 100% sure, so it needs to be 4 notches under the 6, and then it needs to be, so what did I say it was, 2 1/4. So it's 2 notches, so it needs to be 4 notches under the 2. So we're going to go with there, like so. So that is going to be for one side of the card, which is probably going to be that side, maybe, or that side, I'm not 100% sure. So that'll go and that'll go like that on there together. And then the bit for this one is going to be, I could have cut that bit off now, but never mind, it's too late now. I don't want to use the deer, I don't think. No, because it's not going to get seen, because I'm going to be using the big deer one on that one. So let's see. Right, let's go around that way so I can cut the deer off. So that is, let me just get this middle bit. So it's 2 3/4. This one's got to go on here. So that was 2 notches under 2 3/4. So there's 2 3/4, and then 2 notches below that, and then 2 notches below that. So it goes to 2 1/2. Yeah, I'm going to go with that. And then 4 notches under the 6. And then that'll be for the middle bit. But that still hasn't worked out right for some reason. So it's 2 1/2. Oh, I've done it 2 3/4. Silly Billy. So it's 2 1/2. Sorry. 2 1/2, and then so it needs to be 2 1/4. So that white bit's going to come off now, so that's alright. So I wasn't sure about that little white bit. So then that should be okay for that one. That is going to go on this side, and then I need to do a bit that goes for this side as well. So let me just have a look. So it's 2 wide, 4 notches under the 2. It's going to be there. So that deer is still going to be intact for another card. And then it has to be 4 notches under the 6. Like so. And then that should be to go on that side, like that. Move that there. Oh, move that way. So let me just put that down there out of the way for a minute. And I might come in with a little bit of ribbon, but I'm not sure what colour ribbon. So I'm a little bit limited with my ribbon colours. I've got this colour here, so I'm just going to hold it up to see if it's going to look okay. It's gold ribbon. Yeah, I think that's going to work actually, so I'm going to go with the gold ribbon. I think that should be big enough to tie onto there. Okay, so now we're going to put this together, hopefully, and hopefully this is going to work. So I'm just going to come in with my all-purpose glue down the middle. Like so, then my tacky glue, down on the corners. Bring in my bit of mirror, stick that to the mirror, give it a bit of a press down. Just going to put that one to the side for the minute, do this side. All purpose down the middle again. Bit of this on there. Push that down. And then I'm just going to do the same with the other side, for the other bit. Go back in with that. And the all-purpose glue. Press that down, flip it over, get a bit of double-sided tape, just because I need to attach my ribbon. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put just a tiny bit there, and then just a tiny bit here, oops, like so. Bring in my pokey tool, pull off the backing, like that. Grab my ribbon, stick it in place on that side, and my card is moved because of what I was doing. So I'm just going to push that back into position. Bring my ribbon around. Hopefully I don't put it too taut. And then stick it down and just cut off the excess bit that I've got there.
Sorry, I don't know that.
And just put some tacky glue on this bit, and then stick that down onto this side here. Stick your fingers in the glue, why not? So I'm just going to place that there, let that settle for a minute or two. Grab this one, and if you heard my Alexa device pipe up, then she does that now and again. I don't know what she's going on about, because I didn't ask her anything. And then this one onto this side, like so. And then the middle one for the middle bit. So this is the first time for me making this type of card, because I normally do tent folds or dead folds, or the ones with the snowfall acetate or the cutaway or the cat flaps. They seem to be my go-to cards because they seem to be the ones that work out the best for me. But I thought I'm going to try making some different ones, different style of card. So that should stand up like that. It's a bit uneven on here for some reason, but so that's how that's looking. So I'm going to come in with my deer, because I like the deer. And it's going to go over like that. I think I'm going to use all 3 frames on this one. So, and then the sentiment that I'm going to use is, I don't want to do birthday one. Happy Christmas. Thank you so much. Wonderful winter birthday wishes. So it could be for somebody that's got a birthday in December. Or I could go thinking of you. Or happy Christmas. No, that's the wrong colour really for this. So it's going to have to be this one at the bottom, or no, not the thank you one. It's going to have to be this one, or the thinking of you one, with the little deer on it. I'll decide afterwards, but I've got this wonderful winter wishes at the moment. So now I just need to work out where I can put these foam pads. So I can do them all down the middle of it, if I can find my oblongy shape. So I can go all the way down here like this, from the top to the bottom, working my way up. I don't think I need any more than that on this one. Just pull off these. Put my rubbish to the side. Nearly done. Last bit on this one. Just going to put a bit of tacky glue on this one, just so that I can give it a little bit of a wriggle around while I'm trying to place it in place. So to do this, I'm going to flatten it down just to make it easier for me to guide this into place. So that's going to go there, and so I can stick it down, and then that should stand like so, which it does. And then I think this wonderful winter birthday wishes, I mean, I don't know anybody that's got a birthday in December, but these are good for male and females. I don't know whether to put that there, or put it up the top, or put it to the side, or like that there, so it's sort of on the side, standing above. I think I'm going to go like that, so I can put them along there, because obviously where you're putting the foam pad, you don't want it to show above where it's not going to be stuck onto the card. So hopefully this will not be shown on the other side. So I'm just going to peel them off. Like so. Just going to bring that in, back in. Oh, a little bit of tacky. And then this is going to go, I'm just going to straighten it up so it goes on straight, otherwise it's going to go a bit skew-whiff. So that's just going to go onto there, and it doesn't show through on the other side, so that's pretty cool. So then that one stands like that. I'm not finished yet. I'm going to find some gems just to place on there, just to bring it out a little bit. Just going to decide what colour I'm going to use on here, whether I'm going to use shiny ones or whether I'm just going to use like this clear type. I think I'm going to go with these clear ones onto this ribbon. Quite like them on the ribbon, so I'm just going to put a bit there, one there. Don't want too big a splurge on here, because these are these are sticky ones anyway, where they should be, so they shouldn't need much to hold them down. and try and space them out a little bit. And I'm going to go down with the next size. They're a little bit fidgety when they're sticky, because they seem to want to stick to my tool that I'm using. Just going to place that one just there, move it over slightly, and the last two, one there and one there. So I'm going to come back in with one of these medium sized ones, just on there. Same again with this side, just on there. And then these ones, little tiny teeny ones, I'm just going to place a few on the middle of this ribbon, just here. So that's looking a bit like that. It's a bit hard to see in this light. So those are the little sparkles, gems, not very straight, but I'm happy with that. I don't think I need to put anything else on this side. If you, as I say, if you wanted to, you could go in with your glue pen and then sprinkle some glitter on these little snowflakes on the side here, or these little snow bobbles along there, so it's sparkles. But I quite like that card like that. So that is card number 1, and that is done. So I'm just going to have a little clean down so that I can put some working space, and I shall come back with, I think, maybe the big squirrel topper, and see what card I can come up with next. I might do a fun fold, I think they're called, but I shall see, decide and come back. So I'll be back in 2 GIFs. Okay, I'm back. I've just been having a little play around with a design. So I've looked up, as I had instructions, or I've written down notes in a pad that I have every time I see a card that I like. So for a twisted easel. So this card is cut from a 12 by 12 cardstock, which is 300 GSM. It's cut down 6 by 12, so it's cut in half and then folded in half on one of the fronts, and then it stands up like this on the thing when it's done. So we're coming back in with this lovely squirrel topper at the bottom here, so the second biggest topper out of that section. And then the sentiment that I'm going to use on that one is probably Happy Christmas or Thank You So Much. I might go with the Thank You So Much one for that one, for a different occasion instead of all being Christmas cards. So this is the sheet that I've got here, and I'm going to need a piece of gold mirri. Gold mirri seems to be the most popular sheets that get used on this. So this is going to be for the inside of the card. So this is going to be 2 notches under the 6, and then 2 notches under the 6 this way. So that would be for the inside of the card. Just going to put that to the side for the moment. Just going to get rid of my finger lift tape out the way and cutting stuff around. And then I want this piece of card, but just trying to decide whether the squirrel, I might keep with the squirrel on the inside of this one. Yeah. Can't decide. Let me see. So I've got a piece of this already cut, but I'm not sure whether this is going to be the right sort of size for there, which it does look like it will be. So that bit's going to be perfect. So that's that one already dealt with. So the hardest bit of doing a card this design is doing it so that you are cutting under what you need. So I'm going to try and use this, I think I'm going to try and use this corner piece here, although it's going to be on there like that upside down, or that way around I should put it, so you could actually see what I'm talking about. So that is going to go onto there like so, and that bit will be on there like so, but it's going to be upside down, not that it really matters. So we're going to go with that. So I've got to try and cut this bit at an angle, which I don't know how I'm going to do this on here. So what I might do is just see. So I'm going to try and cut this down so that it's matching this one for the time being, and then so I'm going to cut it down to about there, and then we take a bit off as we go along. So that's a little bit wide, so I'll leave that to the side for the minute. And then for the inside of the card, so it still needs to be 4 notches under the 6. So it can be that bit, and then 4 notches under the 6. So I'm going to keep the squirrel on, purely because I don't know which other way I can do this with this. So that's going to be for the inside there, so that's going to come across and sit like that. Oh yeah, that works perfect. And then this bit here, I've got to figure out how I'm going to do this so that this bit actually sits in there like so. I'm just going to turn it over. So if I place this on here, so this is just going to be done by here at the moment. So I'm just going to bring that, oops, I need to straighten it up a little bit, otherwise it's going to cut too much off. So I'm just trying to bring it up so it's not too far, and hopefully that'll stay in place while I trim just before, so I can see how much more I need to take off. So I just need to take off another little smidge on there, and then it should be perfect for the card. So I'm just trying to line it up. Without moving it, which I did. Hopefully that's not too much cut off. And then it should, she says, oops, fit onto the front of this. So to say, this one I just play by ear and yeah, hope for the best. Afraid to say, I don't do measurements on these triangular sizes types because I'm not very good at working out measurements on triangles. So I just line it all up and then trim. I've not made these cards much before, simply because they are a little bit more tricky. I think this is probably the second time I've actually made a twisted easel. So that bit is set on there, and then this one, just going to turn that gold mirror over for a minute. All-purpose glue on the back again. Then the tacky glue on this corner here, on these corners. Oops. Turn my gold mirror over. Place my little squirrel down, hopefully. And then just press out to make sure that it sticks. So again, bringing in my card. This one is going to be stuck on the inside. I do have inserts for these again, which I put them in off the camera. So I'll just cut them down to 2 notches under the 6 each side, and then stick it on the back of the card. So this one is going to be placed on here, like so. Give it a bit of a burnish down, and then this one is going to be on the front. Like so. Bit of tacky glue in all these corners. Just going to bring that down for a minute so I can stick this down without any problems, hopefully. So that is that, like that. So I'm just going to look to see where this stopper is going to go. So this thank you so much is going to be this stopper. So I don't want to cover that squirrel. So I think he might go, this might go down here, so that when it opens, it only opens to about there. Or maybe there. Yeah, I think to there is going to be, and then this is going to go onto there like that. So then I'm going to be using all of these borders and frames, and I'm going to keep them as they are and just foam pad them up. Same as that, that's just going to have a foam pad on the back of that one. So that'll go on there. This one I need to make sure I am only foam padding. So I'm just going to turn him around just so I can see the back of it. Hold it steady so I don't go past the little pencil marks on there, and then I can rub them pencil marks out afterwards so it's not seen on the back of the pad. So that's that way. So I'm just going to check to make sure that I've put them pencil marks, so I know that if I turn this over that way, that my foam pads need to go below that pencil line on both sides, like this. So I'm just putting them onto this bit so that these borders all stay in place when on the card. So put another one there and another one there, and then I'll put my pokey tool and peel these off, as always. Otherwise this will not stick to your card if you leave them on. Just going to peel them off. Another one, last one. Like so. So I'm just going to flatten that down, and then hopefully I'll get him in the right place. Actually, I'm just going to put some tacky glue on. This is a thing I always forget to do sometimes, and then I'll go and stick it down, and then I have to try and peel it up because I need to move it because I've not put it in the right place. So I'm trying to learn as I go every time I do another video, just to make sure I just don't, you know, go placing your foam pads on and then stick it down, because the worst thing that can happen is that you have to peel it back off and then it pulls and rips the card, because this card is only matte-tastic, it's not the shiny, it's not the shiny one, or so this one's just matte-tastic. So this is just going to go onto there like so. So that's holding that card. So when it sits, it'll sit like that. So it's what they call a twisted easel, or you can just stand it on the mantelpiece or wherever you're gonna, whoever's receiving this card, like that. So I'm just going to go ahead and put some gems on. I'm going to use the same ones that I used on the deer one, which I put them away so I didn't lose them. So I'm just going to put some on this bottom corner. They're only tiny ones, so they're not, you know, a great big chunky gem. They're just a little teeny tiny one. I got these from the works. No, I did not. These are the ones I got from Amazon. Whole bunch of different colours, self-adhesive. So I'm just going to smarten that corner up a little bit. Now when he stands up, and I'm just going to put some little teeny tiny ones just down on this corner here, where he is standing, so it matches the other part of this card. Just, oh, there's two stuck together there. So just placing a few around this edge, and then that should be plenty for that card. So that is card number 2 done, and I still got a couple of toppers. I'm just going to bring in my other card, which is right over the other side of the desk. So I've still got this, another squirrel, another deer, and then I've still got 2 like sentiments, sorry, not toppers. Well, they are toppers really. And then I've still got a few bits of little offcuts from the first card I made. The one with the deer on it still, and then this little bit of brown, and then this little bit of brown, and I think that is all that I have got left from that collection, that topper set. So that was the Forest Friends. So I hope that you enjoyed this video, and you do wished or would like to subscribe to me to support my channel. I do appreciate all the support that I've been getting so far since I started about 3 months ago. My subscriptions are slowly rising, so please do keep looking at all my videos, and I look forward to speaking to you all in my next video, which I'll probably be coming back with. Hopefully I'm going to have a bit of a change of scenery from doing Christmas to doing something else. I might be coming back with Animal Arcadia, which I got the other day, or what's the other one that I haven't worked with yet? The Starbound one that come with the magazine, or there's another one, Running Free, I've not worked with yet. But I am also expecting a Hunkydory delivery within the next, well, it's been shipped now, so maybe tomorrow or Wednesday I'll be back with my unboxing of that. Hoping it comes tomorrow, because I've got the Christmas goodie box that they've just launched, so I'm looking forward to seeing what I get in that one. So if there's something in there that I haven't already worked with or I haven't got, I will come back with that one. So we will see where my next video goes once I decide what I'm going to go with. So until the next time, do all take care, and I'll speak to you all again soon. So bye bye for now.